Hi guys, FrostFangs here and welcome back once again to another Paladins video. I'm excited for this one because I've had it down on my list for absolutely ages and you guys have been requesting it for a really long time, or something kind of similar to this one, and that is Nessa but without using her sniper rifle. And that may seem really dumb, and it is dumb, but it's a little bit less dumb than you probably think, as I'll explain it in a little second. But this one was asked for absolutely ages and I don't know why I kept putting it off. I think it's just because every single time I wanted to play it, either the BTS came up or some other patch was announced and there was just stuff that I wanted to cover, or I just, forgot about it because my memory's ass. But we're playing Nessa. For legendary card, the only one that makes any sense at all here is reposition, so that our transporter is instant. It actually combos in really well to the loadout. Steady aim would be completely useless. Eagle eye would still give us some bonus damage every now and again, but it would give us barely anything, and it would also be kind of hard to secure because the rifle isn't all that accurate. So the rules for what I'm doing today is I'm just not allowed to scope in. We're allowed to use the rifle and we're allowed to do everything. I just can't use my sniper mode, which is the way most people play Nessa, obviously. But your carbine is actually still somewhat decent. It's kind of like an SMG. The way that it kind of feels, to me at least, is like a slowed down, slightly heavier feeling Talus weapon that has less ammo and isn't the main way it's meant to be used. But it deals 180 damage and you fire every 0.15, and Talus is 110 every 0.1. Yeah, that's probably why I feel like it feels kind of similar. And then we're still able to use our transporter, which will be instant. We've also got a Presser Mine, obviously, and Headhunter, which will still work. It just won't work to its full potential because we still get the bonus damage from it, and we are going to be playing aggressively. Obviously, that's the only way this works because it has really quick range drop off. Not range drop off, I mean damage drop off. That's what I was trying to say. Basically, that 180 goes down really quickly. So to deal the full 80, we're going to be playing close, and this should hopefully help with that. I've got two other loadouts that I use for Nessa normally, although I don't really play very much Nessa. She's one of the characters that I think I play the least out of everybody in Paladins, but there's two loadouts that work semi-decently if you have no idea what you're doing. Today, though, we're going to go for this. Now, the three main cards are Calibrate, so that we have a reset of basically half a second every time we land a shot, which is triggering a hell of a lot when you're playing in your carbine mode. Basically means for every 2 shots, we get a second taken off of our cooldown. The other two cards that I consider pretty important for this are Restore, which gives us a 30% heal of our max health whenever we teleport to our beacon, and I think this can be countered by Cauterized, but I don't have enough experience with Nessa to be able to tell you that for sure. So I think if we get Cauterized right before I teleport, I don't think it cleanses it, but I might be wrong with that. And it does have an internal timer of 10 seconds, which I don't remember always being there, but it's there. So if we do actually land a bunch of shots, we are not going to get a benefit from this, which will suck. But it basically guarantees that we'll get it every other F. If we don't get it every single one, we'll get it at least every other. And then we have Bob and Weave, which is level 3. The reason I have these two cards level 3 is because of the fact they have internal timers. If they didn't, I'd probably rock this one 5 and also rock this one 5, but because we're only triggering them every other F, if we're playing this properly, I'm pretty sure it doesn't make sense to have them a higher level. But this gives us an 81% movement speed buff for 2 seconds after we use our teleporter, which is crazy quick. This gives you a really nice speed buff, especially when you're trying to chase somebody or escape. Headstrong, a little bit of extra health just because I really didn't know what to put in there. So many of these cards do absolutely nothing for us because we're not able to scope in that it's kind of hard to decide what to roll with. And then this one, which is the oddball one, which I've never ever seen, and I've never seen the art for this either because of how unoften I guess you see this. Is unoften even a word? I don't know. I've never seen this card before, and it makes it so that when we use our teleporter, we get 16 ammo. Usually, that'd be great. That's what, 4 sniper shots as Nessa? Fantastic. But for us, that's not even our full mag, so it's not really coming in too clutch for us, but it should be semi-noticeable, especially considering how often I'm hoping to use the F. That might have possibly been the best explanation I've ever done for what we're doing in a video at the start of a video. I feel like that went really smoothly. Hopefully, I can edit that to actually make sense because I did that really broken up and weird, but we're going to queue for everything, including TDM. We'll do TDM maybe as the second game. I haven't tried this yet. I did go ahead and actually test her out in the target practice because there were a couple things that I was confused about with this. Where's she gone? Nessa, Jesus Christ, I can't even find her on the goddamn champion screen. One of the things that confused me was this, increase the flight speed of transporter. This card does nothing for you if you go ahead and grab this legendary card, which is obviously the one we're using, and I had it in there, and I tried it, and I had a version of it that I didn't have it, and both of them were the exact same speed teleporter-wise, because your teleporter doesn't actually travel, it just instantly goes to where you've thrown it. So this card was useless. I nearly had it in the loadout and had 3 points into it, but luckily I tried it out first. But other than that, I haven't touched this. It's only in the target practice just to confirm how some of these cards work, just so that I understood everything roughly. I don't think I played Nessa since the last time I made a video on her, which as far as I can remember is months and months ago. It's been a very long time. Oh, and also for those of you guys that are maybe somewhat interested in your boy Frosty, his personal life, or Spencer, a lot of you guys call me Spencer, which I appreciate. I guess it's strange because I'm so used to being called FrostFangs online. When people call me Spencer, it's like, oh, you've like cool. You either follow me on like social media, or you just happen to hear me call myself Spencer in a video, which I don't do very often. But I'm growing my facial hair out, I think. I'm not sure. I don't know if I want to shave. It's currently like 2 days in, because usually I shave every day or two, and I'm going to see if I leave it, how much of a beard I can grow. I don't know if I'm going to pussy out and just leave it and shave, and it's going to look bad for a little while. So if in my videos I look like maybe I'm a little bit more homeless than usual, or if I look like my wife had just died or something and my facial hair was growing out, then that is only because I'm doing it purposely. I know it's going to look shit for a little while, but I want to see if I can actually grow like a proper beard. Loads of people in my family do, so genetically, I think I should be pretty set up to, because I usually have stupid facial hair after I don't shave for a couple days. But I think the longest time I've done it for, though, is like a week or two, and I'm going to try and leave it for longer than that this time around. So there's a little bit of a random piece of information for those of you guys that may be interested in me. I know a lot of you guys are just here for Paladins, and that's fine, but I also appreciate that some of you guys actually kind of care about me a little bit, which is really, really sweet. I appreciate that. So let's jump back into the stupidity and grab our Nessa and go ahead and play on some Siege Serpent Beach, which is a map that would usually be pretty good for Nessa, but not when you're playing with an SMG. I guess it's an SMG, or is it an assault rifle? I think they call it carbine, and I don't know what weapon or skin to use. I kind of want to use the default one, because I barely ever played with this since it got changed a while ago. Does she have any other cool ones? They're all really similar. She has a lot of these really old-styled, like, recolors, but doesn't have too many that actually change it very much. It looks like team-wise for the game, we're going to have a Buck, a Vivian, a Zin, and a Grover. So that's double damage, double flank healer. We're up against a Leanne, Amani, Zin, Nara, Furia. Holy crap, that team is terrifying. Let's see how this goes. It ain't looking too good. I'm just hoping they ain't got any Grandmaster borders to make this worse. No, I think we're okay. I don't recognize any names on their side, I don't think. I recognize Ragnarok on ours, though. I played with him before. I'm actually really excited to play this one, and I wanted to give you my first impressions for it. That's why I didn't do anything beforehand, is because I genuinely wanted to actually play this and see if it's any good, because I'm kind of expecting this to be abysmal, but I'm really deep down hoping that this is somewhat usable, because I want to be able to play Nessa and just ignore the fact that she's a sniper character and just run in and play aggressively like a fucking flanker, because theoretically this should work somewhat like a flanker. We should be able to F in to get movement, get like a kill or a bunch of shots on somebody, and be able to use it to also get out, because we have so much reset. We also got heals and movement speed buff, so this is kind of like playing flank Kinessa. I do like this weapon though. It covers up barely any of the screen, which is fantastic. It's exactly what you want when you're playing somebody like this that is hopefully gonna, you know, be up in enemies' faces. Do I want to start off with Court? I guess we do. Where the hell do I even like position myself for this? Because I genuinely don't really have much of a clue. I really can't do very much for damage at all at a range. There's my teleporter. Actually saved my life there. It does look like Cauterize still applies to that, so that's something I just found out and was able to confirm. So if we do use it straight after we've been hit, we will lose a little bit of the healing benefit we'd usually get from it. Do I want to run in and just be aggressive? Let's just go for it. Let's just go for it. Hello. Okay, that really didn't work, but we can get rid of Amani. Nice. The only problem is this Anara has so much health that it's usually really hard for me to go through it. Noob Vivian. I'm not being called a noob. Who's being called noob? Vivian instead of me. I'm playing Nessa kind of like Vivian, except we have a movement ability. I feel like going in and choosing our targets is going to be a very, very big part of this. Damage drop-off isn't as crazy as I thought it was going to be, though. 72 at this range is actually not too bad, considering it's still pretty accurate. It ain't too bad. I feel like the only way I'm actually going to get this to work is if I choose my target wisely and I kind of play like a flanker, because if I play like a damage character, I'm just going to get shredded. So let's play smart, and then hopefully we can pull through with some sort of decent stat by the end of this. Oh, it's going on Furia. Sure, you've got like no health left. You're gone. Throw that Q there so we know if anybody's going through that doorway. I'm just playing it safe because I have no clue where anybody is, but that worked perfectly there. You can actually really easily take advantage of people misplacing themselves, because you can use the F and just completely change where you're at, and you also get a really big speed buff and a heal, so this can actually work kind of well. I'm going to ult just because we might as well. Oh no, I'm very nearly dead. Let's blink over here. I didn't get a heal from that, of course, because it's got a freaking internal timer. Furia's just here. Let's blink in and get rid of her. She actually ulted? What a waste of that. Oh wait, you're still alive. How are you still alive? Where is she? She's on no health. Okay, we got it. That F was abysmal. Probably could have saved myself there if I played that better, but I honestly just considered myself dead once I got rid of that Furia. I knew I was probably a goner. Gonna grab more Cauterize. I also feel like Kill to Heal and Life Rip is a good choice for this. That's an Anara ult. I think she's just here on left. Yes, she is. We can go ahead and finish her off. Nice. She wasn't expecting flank frickin' Ness. I don't think anybody really was. We'll place both these mines here just to block off this doorway a little bit, because we both know that 40 damage is just going to be devastating to anybody who tries to go through there. How did you even get here? I don't know. Why did I just use my F like that? It doesn't matter. Oh, there we go. Defense successful. Buck is shredding them. If you take a look at that stat right there, we just helped him get a little bit of a triple. Nice. He's on a 15 streak. I didn't look at the top left for ages, and so is Grover. Basically, he's on a 13. I'm on a 3. 9 to 2 is a better stat than I was honestly expecting. He's gone for damage reduction and self-heal. Jesus Christ, this buck is really not wanting to die today. He's got damage reduction, rapid sustain, and bulk up, and then also reconstruction. And he's playing with Grover, who's actually not going for a healer loadout. He's going for a damage sort of thing, which is interesting. The other thing that I noticed when I was in the target practice with this that also makes it a little bit more clunky is the fact that if you do actually hold left click whilst you cast your F, you will counter it yourself, because you can actually deny your F. If I use my F and then hit left click straight afterwards, it actually won't throw my F out, if that makes sense. Also, I just realized I can throw pot shots at people to reset my F, and that's actually something that's kind of useful. That's the Amani Dragon. Nice. Just give me my reset, please, on my F so I can get outie. There we go. We're basically immune to Amani Dragon. That's hilarious. Oh, I totally could have killed him there if I was a bit more accurate. I did die to Zin, but we are basically immune to Amani Dragon because I can just throw shots at him, and then in a couple seconds before he can get to me, I can actually regen my F. Are we going to go try and dismount people from the start? That's what Buck seems like he's doing, so maybe we should do the same thing. I'll throw the Q there. Hello, Zin. You just killed me a second ago. Let's F there. There we go. That kind of worked a little bit. Oh, I'm totally dead here. I'm a goner. Okay, never mind. Thank you, friendly Zin, for saving me. I was just trying to spam my F to hopefully get reset. I died because I positioned myself terribly. That was my bad. I thought I would have been able to get around that corner again. Let's get some hits on you. She's actually really, really low. Let's F in. Okay, that takes forever. Sometimes that feels like that takes way longer than it should. My left click is so inaccurate, but we do get infinite ammo. If only I could actually use it by landing my shots. I really wish there was something I could do to increase the range of my F, because a lot of the time it feels like it's coming up just a little bit shorter than I'd like it to. She's so low, and I want to be able to dash in, but I've not got anything. There we go. Nice. I also got ammo regen. Get screwed. See, that's something you don't even be able to do with this version. I'm probably dead. I was using my F, but I was still rooted. That felt like way longer than a second and a half there. I was spamming my F from second 1, and I was landing most of my hits. I had to reload. Maybe you can't do it when you're reloading. I actually need to check that. I think you can, but maybe you can't. The thing that keeps messing me up though is if I'm holding left click, if I tap my F, see, it doesn't do anything. That's really, really annoying. I wish that wasn't a thing. I understand why it's there. It's like a little safeguard thing, but it's actually not really helped me in any situation yet. It's kind of just annoyed me when I've tried to act on my F really, really quick. But we didn't push it. That's kind of what I expected. It's going to be very, very hard for us to break through because we don't have a frontliner, so we don't really have anybody to beat on the objective to kind of counter that Anara. Looks like they're all going right, so maybe we should go for a little cheeky flank. I don't know what I should do. Let's just blink up here, throw that there. Oh, you've stunned me straight off the bat. Okay, well that was a bit of a sucky play, and she's ulted. That's the second time she's wasted her ult just to be able to win the fight against me. That's such a waste. They've now just all died. None of them are alive other than the Anara. Why does she do that? I don't see the point. There's no way she's going to get away because everybody on my side is alive, and yeah, I die, but a Fury ult in comparison to a person who is playing Nessa in Carbine only mode does not seem like a good trade to me. Let's throw the Q there. Do I want to ult? Sure, let's just ult and get rid of her. Let's blink in and get rid of this Fury. Oh my god, those crits hit hard. Those crits hit real hard. Jesus Christ. Can I blink in over there? Yes, we can, and she's gone as well. Can we get rid of Zin? Is that a triple? Is that an official triple? I'm calling that. That is 3-2. I'm going to go ahead and get up there any second. Oh, hello. I didn't realize all three of you were here. But sure, it's a party. It's a crowd. Which number is 3 again? I don't know. Let's blink that way. Well, I butchered the second blink. My bad. I threw it against the wall. I'm a very smart person. I don't know what happened with my actual body. I thought it was only glitching out on my side, but it wasn't. It was glitching out on theirs too. I don't know how well that's going to show in the video, but getting that cheeky little tick damage from my mine that she's just completely ignoring. We'll throw another one there. I can only have 2 out at a time, which kind of sucks, but this Anara is completely gone. There's no way she is living here. Oh, those headshots are kind of nice. Hello, Zin. I'm outie. Screw you. He actually can't get up here at all, can he? Let's get rid of the Amani. She's outie. Nice. Nobody expects flank Nessa. That blink was also really, really strange. Double kill. Nice. So glad we can all agree that was an official double, which it actually was, so you better agree with me. Let's throw that up there. Who are we going on? I don't even know who I'm actually trying to kill right now because they're all so grouped. I can't pick a target on who I actually want to go in. Let's drop down and let's land some damage on you. Let's F back up. I just teleported on top of the building, which is somewhere I didn't even know I could actually throw my teleporter to. Also, another really weird Fury ult, and I actually teleported and died after I teleported there. Like, my animation showed that I had actually left the vicinity, but for some reason I was still considered in there, and I died. Let's get some more hits over on you guys. Yay, 60 tick damage. That's so worth. I like the fact that my mine can tick somebody and I don't get put into combat. I really wish more characters had stuff like that worked in a way that makes sense. Oh, you thought you were outie, Leanne, but you were very, very wrong. Nobody expects flank Nessa. She didn't expect it either. That was just a free double. Okay, 3-3. Let's cap the third one and finish it off. We have all got ults, and I wasn't expecting this to actually go the way it's gone. I'm 26-10. Not the best stat ever, but it's also nowhere near the worst I've had. I don't know what I want to get as my item, though. Do I want damage reduction? I feel like damage reduction makes sense. I'm going to accept my decision. I think Resilience 2 is definitely not the worst thing I could have bought there. There were way worse things I could have gotten. Resilience might help me actually survive a situation where it might be important. Let's throw the Q over there. That's a Xin. Do I want to go in on the flank? Is that where we're going? And we're going in. We're going in. There's the ult, boys. That's an ult from... I tried. I did get an assist or two there, but I did die because they were in the Fury Beam, and I got completely screwed by the fact that the Lian had her Q up, and she landed it, so I took like 1,000 of my health instantly off. That's the other downside to this, is you don't have a huge health bar. 2,150 isn't a ton, but it's more than actually a couple of the flankers. Looks like we might win this game, though. Those guys are sitting on the point. I'm going to go ahead and push up. I'm going to teleport here, throw the Q down there. What's popping, enemy team? That route still felt like it lasted forever. I have 60% CC reduction, which should make that less than a second, and it still felt like that took ages. Now, that's the dragon from Amani. Luckily, a lot of people on my side picked up bulldozer to counter that, so it didn't really do very much. Who are we going on? Do I want to go in on you? Do I want to go in? Oh, wow, that's weird. Another ult. Another ult. That might be the 4th time she's actually ulted, but that time wasn't really to avoid me because I dashed literally the exact same time she used to ult there, so that was more just coincidental, but that is the 3rd time I've been denied a Fury kill because of her ult, which is a real pain. I'm going into trigger overtime. I'm here, triggering overtime, everybody. Guys, can we please help on the point? I'm gonna die. Fury is really, really low. I think she might be gone. Grover just tried to dash, but it ain't gonna work. Both of the 2 guys are on the point, fighting like 5 of them. Yeah, there's no way we're holding overtime. I can try and get a cheeky dash. No, never mind. Well played. They did deserve to win that because they had a frontliner, which is probably the deciding factor, but we'll be able to see in the stats. Honestly, was expecting a much worse game than that, so I'm quite happy with how that went. Buck has the top play. I have no idea what's going on with his field of view. Does he just play like this? Maybe he just plays like this. I don't know, but he kills the Xin. He also shreds the Anara, and I'm guessing he goes in and shreds the Lian. Triple kill. I think he got a couple of those that game. Well played. I recognize the name. I played with him before, I'm pretty sure. Well, if we take a look at the stats there, I definitely didn't do great, but I also, you know, didn't do terribly. I technically performed better than our flanker, if you think about it, but he didn't really play like a flanker because he has a lot of objective time. I don't really think that's fair to our Xin, obviously, because of the fact that he has so much objective time. He wasn't really flanking a lot, but when you compare it to their flankers, that's a whole different story. I beat their Xin out for sure on stats as a flanker there, and I feel like we didn't do that much worse than some of the other people there who were playing their roles with all of their abilities without what we were trying to do. Our Grover did really well, 92k damage and 44k healing. Props to him. Xin on our side did pretty decent. Vivian did okay. Buck did really, really well. Buck and Grover there both whooped ass. 27 to 11 on Buck. Jesus Christ. As you can see, us with 67k. Is it great? No, but is it terrible? It's not terrible either. We would have definitely got way, way more if I was playing her like a sniper. And I don't really see a situation where you'd obviously limit yourself from using an ability that you have at your disposal, but this just works so goddamn well to single out somebody who's maybe separated themselves from their group a little bit and to kind of just dash in and attack the actual crap out of them. It works fantastically. There were a couple of situations where I think it was the Furia. It didn't really happen a lot because she ulted to deny my kills like 3 times. But there are a couple of situations, and there will be if you play this, where if you're positioned right and you see somebody who's kind of straying away a little bit, you hit F, you're instantly there, and you can take a ton of their health down before they really know what to do. And a lot of the time you can also get out as well if you're not terrible at using your F, which I was, which is why I have 14 deaths, which is not the highest in that game, but it's the highest on my side. Probably would have won if I played Nessa normally, actually. Amani on this side are pretty good. Xin was a bit rough, but I guess he played decently. Anara was not great, but she was playing Anara, so she was just annoying to deal with in general. Liam was pretty good at 100k, second top that game, 2 people over 100k, and Grove was actually kind of close to it, and then their Fura did pretty good, 120k heals. They played well. I feel like we would have won that if I played Nessa normally, and I also feel like we would have won that if we maybe had a frontliner. I don't really know, though. Good game overall. I don't feel like I need to do a second one, because I'm probably just going to get the exact same thing happen, and I've already got my thoughts on this fully formed. There's a couple of weird things going on with the F, where sometimes it feels delayed, and I don't understand why that happens. There's a couple other times where I'm not holding left click, I hit F, and it cancels itself, which is also a little bit strange. There's a couple of things with the F that I feel like could be polished a little bit, specifically with the legendary card and without the legendary card. Actually, it's still kind of the same thing. And I could nearly say for sure that if these two cards didn't have the internal 10-second timer, that this would be way, way stronger, because you'd be getting that buff every time and the heal every single time. But I understand why they have internal timers. It does make sense. Although maybe they could be lowered a little bit, but that might make Nessa too strong, because she's performing fine. It's just the playing Nessa without actually playing part of Nessa, the big part of Nessa, that doesn't work fine. So there we go. That was Carbine Nessa. Is that what it's even called? Oh, it's called a powerful laser rifle. So I guess it fires lasers. Okay, that's something I've just learned. I did not realize it was a laser rifle. There we go. That was Laser Rifle Nessa. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. I was looking forward to this one. It didn't really live up fully to my expectations, but it was still a decent amount of fun. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you've enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys all very, very soon. Let me know what you want to see me cover next. And as always, stay frosty. I just realized Nessa has a beanie skin. I don't know if you can technically call that a skin, but she has a skin with a beanie on it. And it's also called a chill weave beanie. Some people would even go as far as to say that it might be a frosty beanie.